All right, I'm Steve. This is Fran. Today we are going to compare Monogram versus Fisher Paykel, which is really interesting because they're part of the same company and they're completely different. Monogram was American. Now they're both owned by Haier. Fisher Paykel is New Zealand based. So they're totally different kind of style.
And even Fisher Paykel within their own line has a lot of kind of different types of style too. So let's start with cooking and we'll start with ranges here.
Pro ranges?
Yeah.
Well, it's very different. They've got, which one are we talking about? Induction, dual fuel?
Let's go start with gas.
Gas. I think these are very similar units. I mean, Fisher Paykel's got that unique one, which is half induction, half gas, right? I do think I think when you're looking at a Monogram, you do have the grill capability that you do not have on a Fisher Paykel, and it's a good grill, right? You know, a lot of manufacturers have gone away from it. Thermador most notably has, but I think these infrared grills, I mean, people seem to like them when they're buying them with Lynx, the 23,000 B2 series. These are just smaller sear elements that do a nice job. The controls are a little bit different. I think the Monogram's got better controls. They've got the grill. I think they kind of like play one off against each other. You've got induction, half induction and half burners on the Fisher Paykel. The actual burner is the same at 23,000, but the Fisher Paykel's got the Monogram's got the brass burner, which is supposed to be more durable, versus Fisher Paykel's with the steel burner. It really depends what you're looking for, I think.
Yeah, and even Fisher Paykel, they have, again, multiple options there. So if you're looking at, the most comparable to a Monogram, Fisher Paykel has that Pro line with 30, 36, and 48-inch ranges. And like you said, that comes in gas. The 48's the half gas, half induction. 48 now, you can get an all induction as well.
All induction.
So they have that as an option. And if you're looking at those two, they both have a really nice touch screen on there too. So Fisher Paykel has a really nice 7-inch touchscreen control with some guided cooking on there that they do a nice job with. The backlit knobs that you can really kind of change, that adjust with even like presetting the oven, when it's preset, when it's ready to go, kind of gives you some good indication there as well. But then they also have very different styles of range too, in the smaller 30 and 36, where it's that truly European style where it's gonna sit a little bit more flush, but obviously a much smaller oven too.
If we're talking induction now, are we
so they do both.
Are we still on all gas?
Yeah.
I think you get more choices. I do like the brass on the Monogram. I just think it's different. And when you're talking about all stainless, you're looking for differences. What's really interesting is that Fisher Paykel seems to sell more on the builder side for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think it's got a much more unique look, but I think I do like the Monogram better as the Pro range.
For sure, I agree. And that Pro style, absolutely. And then you talk about kind of like the builder side too. So when you start getting into some of maybe the 30 or 36 and it's more the classic or contemporary style, you can definitely save a little bit of money there too. But again, it's a very different style of range. It's more Pro style as opposed to a Pro range.
And you get the red, white, and black in the Fisher Paykel for different colors. But I think for Pro ranges, I go with Monogram. However, for induction ranges, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Monogram is really nice. I love the controls. It's super deep. And Fisher Paykel isn't. And I really like that Fisher Paykel 36-inch with the 2 bridge burners and the power burner in the middle. And their 48-inch, I like. It's a decent execution. Probably the best 48 now going. It's $13,000, which is okay priced. But for induction, I like Fisher Paykel better.
Yeah, I completely agree there. And then they have a lot more options there too. So now let's talk refrigeration. So Monogram is going to be more traditional for sure, as far as kind of that Pro 84 inches tall. They come in columns, they come in bottom mounts in 30 and 36. So really kind of what you're used to seeing maybe with some of the other brands out there, stainless steel interior, they do a nice job. We've talked about the vent, where they have the vent underneath each shelf there before too, to help the air circulation.
The custom, the auto thaw and the deep freeze and the crisper bins, so you can thaw or freeze something in your refrigerator instead of putting it on your kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I like that Pro style, but Fisher Paykel's got decent integrated that's less expensive.
Yes.
And then they've got the counter depth that Monogram doesn't have with the Active Smart that monitors the technology size, but it's only one compressor versus two on the Monogram. I would say Monogram would be better for Pro only because they have it.
Definitely.
Integrated, I think Monogram is still a little bit better. But if you're looking for regular counter depth, Fisher Paykel is a great option, especially panelizing something for less money in a 36-inch.
Absolutely. And then the other cool thing with that Fisher Paykel, where it's truly is like, it's not necessarily a Pro fridge, but they give you that 36 wide and only 72 inches tall too, where you can get that integrated style, stainless steel or panel ready. And like you said, much less expensive than a traditional
No
Pro.
question.
So,
no question.
Now let's talk dishwashers.
Something, it's like whether someone likes the Fisher Paykel dish drawer is almost like Republican, Democrat. People either like them or don't. I happen to like them, especially if you don't use the dishwasher very much, or because you don't bend. You can get two singles, or you can get the double drawer. I think it seems to be reliable this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it's unique, but certainly something you've got to consider. I like it panelized, and I think it's a better dishwasher only because I don't love the Monogram. I think it's too expensive for what it is.
Yeah, I would agree there. And even still, like they've made some upgrades in Fisher Paykel with the drawers. You have stainless steel interior now, and they've actually started to come out with more traditional drop-down door dishwashers as well. But certainly known more for the dish drawers.
Yeah, I think the double door is a nice execution.
Yeah.
You don't have to bend as far. Certainly for plates and dishes, you could probably put the cups in the bottom or whatever. I do like that dishwasher. A little pricey, but same price as the Monogram. I just don't know what the value prop of the Monogram is, even after researching it. So I would say for dishwashers, Fisher Paykel.
Agreed. So that's the main categories there. They definitely both still have steam
coffee
ovens,
systems,
speed, coffee.
everything.
Yeah.
But neither one of them, I don't think they produce their own.
Correct.
Neither one of them.
Yeah, and they're not definitely known for those sort of things versus some of the other brands.
Yeah. So if you like this content, hit the subscribe and like button, and thanks for watching.